Hello, everybody. Welcome to another CPL match of the week. This time it's not Neblime or saetzero. It's me, called Warpgates, and this time I am actually joined by LeaSt. Say hello, LeaSt.
What's up, guys? I'm here this time.
And with that, we are going to get into these games. We have games from two groups. Not every replay was uploaded. It looks like, so we will be able to get a variety of players today. These are all pretty high tier players. I think all these players ended up placing into tier 0, so you know these are going to be some good games. With that said, are you ready to get into this?
Let's do it. I'm hyped.
Alright, in the top right, in the top right, in the brown Zerg, it's MG Aegis, and in the bottom left, in the white Terran, it's Arrows Koaty. And what better to start a cast with two Protoss casters than a TVZ?
I love it. I'm just hoping they go for the build that I know the best in TVZ.
Oh, yeah?
BBS.
Yeah. There we go. I feel like there were already BSCVs leaving the base, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think that he's going to go for it.
So I feel like most players don't cheese in CPL until the playoffs, and then suddenly everybody just wants to get that win. Like,
Yeah. You were saying this a couple days ago, right? You were like, yeah, 100% of the time in the regular season they just play standard, and then during the playoffs they're like, nah, we're gonna go 9-9 in the middle.
Exactly. So in this game, everything looks pretty normal so far. Nothing too wild. Probably gonna get into very standard, like 2 hatchery muta against 2 Rex Academy. I feel like there's been like the start of a shift for Terran. Like sometimes Terran to go 1-1-1, or sometimes they're going for like Valkyries. And we always see a Goliath build in CPL. So there's some chance that it might not be a completely box standard game here.
Yeah, we got a. Well, it looks like it's not gonna necessarily be mech, because he would take his gas right now if that was the case. But
yeah,
that's okay. You know what? Bio is hype. We stand bio out here.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, like, Terran's got to get some chances to not play mech at some point, right?
Right. Yeah. I don't know that I played Aegis in my second week group, but I don't know that I've ever seen Koaty play. So this is going to be exciting for me.
Yeah. This is largely unknown for me, like in terms of like these player styles. But I feel like when you get up like this high in CPL, it looks more standard. Like we have some cheesy people in CPL, but they live more in like tier 2, tier 1.
Right.
territory.
Yeah. And he does take a quick expansion. Koaty does, that is.
Yeah.
Lets the drone get right. Psych, never mind. Drone just turns around.
Yeah. Get the hell out of here.
Fuck you, buddy. You can't get in here.
It must be so nice to start with a range unit so you can actually kill the scouting worker. Like,
yeah, right?
Ridiculous.
Some of us have to make tech buildings for that.
Exactly. I have to spend gas to kill a scouting probe. Like, it's ridiculous. So we have Koaty getting in here with the scouting SUV, seeing this quick lair on this 2 hatchery build. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Oh my god. Oh, nice. The SUV looked like it was going to get trapped, but it was smartly drilled there, so avoids being surrounded. I don't think you want to leave just yet. I think you do want to stick around and see, like, make sure there's no like Hydra Den, but we're getting pretty close to that time anyway.
Yeah, I feel that. I think, though, it's not a terrible idea to run around outside for a little bit, try and make them line up behind you. I'm starting to do that more and more in my versus Zerg matchups, like especially if they make 6 Zerglings. I'm like, okay, I know if I try and hang out here forever, then I'm just going to die. But if I run outside and make a big ass loop, maybe I got a shot. But
oh my God,
as you can see, Koaty does get blocked. The drone with the sick, disgusting block.
Savage.
Well played.
Yeah.
However, we can see as the casters, of course, Spire is going down. Looks like just as you predicted at the beginning of the game, before there was any signs of this, 2 Raxacad versus 2
Hell yeah. I've watched so many games. It's just like imprinted on my brain. Like when you look at a bright light and then close your eyes, you still see the image, just like that. Just 2 barracks.
You were like 9 supply each side. I'm seeing that we're gonna go 2 hatch muta, 2 Raxacad. That's just my guess. And he is gonna push out, try and force some sunkens, or at least those mutas should be out in time to defend, really, especially cross spawns. But Psych, never mind. He is making the sunkens, just in case.
Yeah, I feel like 2 sunks is fine. I do think you're right that
for sure.
The mutas will be hatching like right when the bio shows up. I think it would be a mistake to actually commit with this, but like, it's totally fine to poke out on the map this turn. Like you almost have to.
Oh, totally.
This one Ling does try to. Oh, I guess I was gonna run by because just checking out the front. Koaty's scanning the Zerg natural, but there's 2 sunkens there, and the rule is kind of like 1 medic per sunk, so you don't feel super strong, and you know that mutas are gonna hatch in time now. So he's just gonna look around, try to find the 3rd base. I think no, I was looking at the wrong vision. Oh, well, he finds this overlord in the bottom right. I thought this was a drone in the mini-map. Never mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So oh, there we go. So the 3rd drone is now leaving the Zerg base, just a little bit later than Zerg would like it to be. But I feel like 2 or 3 years ago, whenever I started watching a remastered, Zerg wasn't getting their 3rd until like 10 minutes, and then suddenly they just discovered that they can just do it. But having said that, this time Koaty did scan the right base, and the drone just leaves. He doesn't even try to make the hatch.
Is this drone? No, he couldn't. He's not gonna.
What?
Okay, I thought he was gonna take the mineral only for a second.
Yeah,
and I was like, isn't that terrible?
Yeah, I think like yeah, like all of the units that Zerg wants to make like cost at least as much gas as minerals. Like
right, yeah.
So you just need as much gas as you can possibly get. Now we do have these mutas showing up. Oh my god, the turret gets denied at 200 health. Disgusting, but not like any like life-threatening damage here. Koaty like really thirsty for blood, just kind of runs out and tries to hunt down these mutas. One of them is super low. Yeah, look at that. There's no fear. Like as soon as he sees those mutas, he just right-clicks on them. Like
the target firing is pretty sick from Koaty. Yeah, there's 2 down already. One is at 3 health. Oh my gosh. Could have lost another one. Aegis could have, but just barely got away.
All these units from both sides are like so fragile. It's a game of inches here. So we do have a Koaty going for a factory with a machine shop rather than just 2 starports. So I think this means that we're going to see like 2 or 3 siege tanks, and then like a strong mid game push. Which I think makes sense because like Zerg's late game is already going to be behind with how delayed this 3rd is. You don't have to worry about the vessel count just yet.
Yeah, I always think that. I mean, again, Protoss players.
Right.
But I've always felt like the tank pushes are the scariest thing. It feels like they got to make like 7 sunkens. You still get some. Vessels out, just not quite as many. And they just kind of have to barely survive. If they can.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I feel the opposite. I feel like the tank doesn't really get you anything new. Like the only thing it gets you is the ability to shoot sunkens without being shot back, right? Like I feel like having more vessels is just better in the long run. But I also don't know what to do if Zerg gets like 7 sunks and you don't have a tank. So who knows?
Pretty much just die.
Yeah, it's the same plan as Protoss. You see too many sunks, just game over. You can't deal with it.
You might as well just quit. There's no surviving that.
exactly.
Oh my gosh. 2 mutas are absolutely blue. Just... Oh my gosh, that's... Aegis is getting some sick pullaways. Oh, he's just going for an all-in. You see 9 more mutas coming in.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And it's going to hit right when Irradiate is done, but there's only 1 vessel. I mean, that is technically all you need, but it's not anywhere near the fight. I think there's more mutas than there are Marines here. There's not even micro on the side of Zerg. It's just straight up beasting this bio ball here. I don't know if Terran can hold on to this.
Myself, yeah. He just goes ham on this bio ball. And just like you said, it would have been much nicer for Koaty to have 2 irradiates here instead of this tank. If he had known, of course, that Zerg was going all in. But pretty tough to tell unless you're really on it with your scans and you see not that many drones popping.
Right. I always wonder, like, if, you know, because we're only going to get, like, 1 game in this scenario. Like, did Aegis see the machine shop? It was like, oh, yeah, time to all in. Or is it just, like, he just does this every game? Or, like, if he was like me, it's like, oh, I made a mistake early in the game. Fuck it, I don't want to be in this game anymore. I just choose. Like, is it that kind of thing? Like,
exactly. Yeah. Maybe he's like, yeah, my third was a little bit late because I had to go over to the other main. Let me just all in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. These 4 Marines just give up their lives for absolutely nothing. Not sure what that was about. Maybe trying to poke at that third. It just, like... So, I actually don't know who's ahead here, because, like, Aegis did kill that push, but, like, didn't really force the issue, didn't try to get any damage done in the base of Terran. And Terran still has, like, a lot of workers for 2 bases. Zerg is, like, just now getting this 3rd base online. Just now seeing the first Hydras, not even Lurkers. Like, and the hype tag isn't even started. So, like, Zerg is, like, way behind where they want to be in terms of, like, tech. Oh, God, and we have more radius on the cloud of mutas. Oh, God, there's no splitting whatsoever. Oh, God, the wrong one. Okay, there we go. Finally goes down, but a second follow-up to radiate. Oh, no. Right.
Almost every muta goes down, and the 4 that are surviving are at extremely low health. That was very unfortunate splitting for Aegis.
Like, is there some other relationship in this game, like, as harsh as that? Like, is there any other unit that gets shut down as hard as mutas get shut down by vessels? Like, it's so disgusting.
You really can't say so. I was gonna say Storm, but then I was like, at least Hydras can Storm dodge, man. At least like, splitting is just so unreal. Yeah,
like Zerg, like, still makes Hydras when you have Storm, because they kind of have to. But like, when you kill those mutas, like, okay, that's it. There's no more mutas in this whole game. Like, they're just out of here.
Man, this is nuts. I thought Koaty was a little bit behind, honestly, but now it's looking very scary for Aegis.
It's so hard to actually kill Terran in this matchup. Like, you kill their whole army and they just make it in 2 seconds, because Marines take like 10 seconds to build. And like, as long as you keep the vessels and like kind of the tanks alive, the like real strength of the army doesn't go down when they lose a fight. Oh, meanwhile, we do have a 3rd base attempt here for Terran, getting shut down by 3 lurkers. And both parties just kind of leave. Like, they're not interested in this fight anymore. There's a ton of lurkers up in this 3rd base for Zerg. It's like enough to keep the bio away, but it's not like a huge arc. So I feel like the bio actually could like run up the ramp and like try to get a good angle on these lurkers, which I think we're actually seeing. Yeah, that'll work for Zerg here.
Yeah, Zerg usually survives this with defilers, but Zerg's still on lair tech. Wow, sickest lurker spines ever.
Yeah, I felt like that was literally the worst angle to run in with this bio. And we have some lurkers trying to backstab. Tanks gets a few pot shots here, but there's no detection. I don't know if Koaty's actually aware of this. These lurkers in the back doing so much damage. I think this army might get pinched out of here.
This is where, when it comes to my games, I would just A-click right on the hatchery and hope that I kill it, and then it doesn't even matter because hatcheries are 300 minerals.
Exactly. Yeah, I have such a hard time like evaluating the value of a hatchery, because like even if you killed like the main hatchery in this base, he could still mine gas like at some level and like very easily rebuild the second hatchery, right? So how much is it worth to kill a hatch? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. You can never tell. And this is just so back and forth, I feel like. I honestly have no idea. I mean, Aegis is only on 25 drones, so it doesn't seem like a late game would be very advantageous for him. But
yeah,
Koaty just doesn't have very many units. He's still on 5 barracks. It just, okay, as I say that, of course, he adds 3 more barracks. So
there you go.
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, yeah, you use so many barracks to actually spend all of your minerals. But, like, I feel like overall, this is where Terran wants to be. Like, you're trading armies to kill drones. Like, that seems pretty good. Like, even though that first attack was cleaned up, it killed basically all the drones in this base. And there's still, like, Aegis has to spend all of his gas on not dying, so he can't afford it to take up here. No, the Scourge, though, oh my god. Yeah, that's actually pretty brutal.
It would have been even more brutal if that Lurker hadn't died 0.2 seconds before the before the science vessel died. And goodbye third base for Aegis. Very unfortunate. You can really see he just doesn't quite have enough with the low drone count. Hard to keep up with Terran.
Yeah. He's like microing his heart out with these lurkers here, but meanwhile the Marines are just killing all the things. Like, doesn't really matter. You do finally have the hive tech done. We're skipping defibers, going straight into ultras, but I don't think that's going to be it. You're gonna have the money to build like 2 ultras. At first I was looking at Koaty's mineral bank and I was like, oh, never mind.
Ultras might change the game. And then I was like, oh no, that's the complete wrong player.
Yeah.
If he just donates 2,000 minerals and 2,000 gas, then maybe Aegis has a chance here.
Yeah. As it is, like, I can't see Terran losing this game. Like, there's even 3 bunkers at this third base. Like, the army does kind of keep getting reset here, but there's plenty of barracks to rebuild it. We've even stopped using the factory. We're making vessels 2 at a time. Oh my god, we got the physics lab coming up. Like,
oh no.
Terran is getting all the things they want. Yeah, I love that BCs are like in a real place in this game, but they're like just to be annoying, not to actually like fight armies.
Right, like, yeah, capital ship. I'm just gonna harass with it though.
Yeah, it's just like a right click it on the enemy base and forget about it, because it's just gonna take too much to kill. That's worth it. Like,
and Koaty tripling up Aegis on supply, so this is going to be...
Oh, yeah.
This is Aegis not long for this world, I feel.
Yeah, I know.
We see another push out with Science Vessel Marine. You know, the classic.
Exactly.
I don't know.
SK Terran, I think is what you call it.
Don't know why I specified the unit comp like it is and how it's been played.
Yes, he's mining minerals with his SCVs right now. Oh my god, this Scourge wants this vessel so hard, but there's too many Marines here. Koaty is not going to give Aegis a chance to get back in this game. Like, he's been scanning all of these bases. He's got units standing around. He doesn't really want to overcommit to trying to kill the Zerg, although I think he could at this point. But, like, this is how you play when you're ahead. Like, scout the bases, keep getting your tech, find all the ways that you could lose the game, and prevent them from happening.
We see couple ultras about to pop, but not quite gonna be enough, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, did he even get the chitinous plating upgrade? Like, these upgrades from Terran have been really good. Oh, he did get it. Okay.
Did he even get chitinous plating?
Yeah, God, what a
scrub, bro. I don't know why, because it's obviously like the best upgrade for ultras, but
yeah.
Okay. Here we see probably Aegis' best chance to get back in this game, this initial ultra push out.
I just think they're going to get microwaved and focus fired by all these Marines.
And this battle cruiser might literally just Yamato cannon one, just for funsies. Oh, there's 2 battle cruisers. Did not see that second one there.
So this, what we're seeing right now, I think this is how Blizzard intended this game to be played. Right? Like, both players just get their biggest unit and they just throw them at each other. Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
This is the vision for the game that we're seeing right now.
I agree 100%. This looks like campaign battles. Those are Radiates doing absolute work.
Oh my god.
All the Ultralisks die, and just like that, Aegis does GG out.
Alright, let's get to that next game. Well played from both players, but I think Koaty just like kind of was just a bit stronger consistently as the game went on, and it compounded into a big advantage.
Yeah, and we really saw, I mean, it felt like there was a small window there where Aegis could have killed him. But I guess he decided it was too dangerous to go in with the Irradiates.
Yeah, when he had like 20 Mutalisks, that was pretty scary. We're going to see what happens in this game, and it is another TVZ starring Koaty, so we'll get to see that high-level play again from him. Alright, in the top right, in the black, it's Ash, a kawaii smiley face jOjO, and in the top left, it's the Red Terran winning the previous game, Koaty.
Good old TVZ. We're ready.
Exactly.
After casting the last game?
Yeah, we've learned now.
No 4-pool, so I'm going to say it's Goliath build versus 2-hatch mass muta.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens. You're just getting the soul read on this game? Like,
it just looks like it's going to be... Unironically, though, no, it's definitely going to be 2 racks of cat again, because, like, I feel like even at the top CPL levels, you're either a bio player or a mech player.
Yeah.
I feel like it really takes another level of player to mix them both in.
Yeah, like we see like people in the ASL struggle with like switching up their styles like that. So I certainly don't blame any CPL people for just picking one style. There was like one season where every TVZ was the Goliath build. Like people were like, oh, this is a cool new thing. Let's just do this.
Yeah, I mean, I would just do Goliath build every single... It seems like...
Yeah, it's so much easier. Like, even if the win rate is like 3% lower, it's like 100% easier than bio. Like, it just seems like
It seems so much less stressful, dude. It's like playing Protoss. You just kind of chill, relax.
It is basically
make your units.
Like, get your quick expansion, get like 1 upgrade, and go attack. Like, that's Protoss right there.
Boom. Bang, bop. Sorry, Artosis, you're basically Protoss.
Correct. He does play Protoss on stream sometimes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I have yet to see one of them live, but I've seen a couple of the like VODs afterwards on YouTube. It's pretty hilarious. Good entertainment.
So both players going to get the first scout off here. At least there's some fairness in that. I thought this drone was going to steal his gas. I don't think it's even good, but it would be, like,
the mega tilt.
Yeah.
It'd be just like that one time that I blocked the ramp for 16, 30 seconds against you, and it wasn't even the base that I was at. Oh my
god, I was just outplayed. I was like, what the fuck?
Don't think it was even good, but...
Yeah, I don't even know if what effect it had in the game, but it was definitely, like, destroyed my mentality for the whole game. Seems like it's gonna be really, like, basically exactly the same build that we saw in the previous game. I think this time Koaty... So I think this is one of those, like, things that I picked up because it's been repeated so many times. Like, Terran wants to get their command center on 15, but if they don't first scout the Zerg, they aren't sure that it's not like 9 pool, so they have to get the depot and get 1 more Marine and then get it on 18. But I think he got on 15 this time because he did get the first scout up. So actually, Koaty's going to be just a little bit further ahead of where he was in the previous game. Oh, but also Zerg getting a really early third. Like, the lair starts after the 3rd hatchery. So I think even in today's meta, this is greedy. But Cody's got that sense. Like, he knows the third hatchery. So, oh, wait. Yeah, he does see it. Now, I don't know what you do with this. Do you just, like, throw down another barracks and make units and kill it? Like, I don't know what you do. I think you just, like, I think Zerg has to make sunks at both locations, and that sucks.
Yeah. It's very specific builds. I'm like 90% sure you go with a lurker most of the time instead of
yeah, because you just have to defend.
Mutas with this 3-hatch build.
But then I'm worried about this choice of base for that because there are 2 ramps here, right? And that's harder to, and the ramps are like kind of far from the hatch. So like it's gonna be hard to cover with sunks and lurkers. I feel like taking another main could have been better, but then it's even harder to defend. So I don't know. Zerg's hard race.
Zerg is whatever the opposite of Zasagi is how I genuinely feel about CPL Zerg.
Oh yeah.
Like, I've off-raced a Zerg for a little bit. Even ZVP is freaking nightmare, and ZVP is the easiest matchup.
Yeah. I feel like Zerg is probably the hardest race at like low levels. Like, it's so punishing if you like drone at the wrong time or if you miss your tech timing. Because like, so many times you like get your tech unit 5 seconds before you have to use it to not die. Like, how many defilers have consumed, casted Darkswarm, and then died within like 10 seconds of being born?
Right.
Like, it's like it's like such a razor thin margin to survive as a Zerg.
Well, we do see Koaty pushing out with this classic 2 racks a CAD push, and the Spire and the Hydralisk Den is going down. So it looks like he's going to try and make a few mutas to just hold off the push, and then probably go in for lurkers afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried that
Sunken's at the second or at this third base, like you said.
Yeah, I think Cody's just scan the Sunk. It's like, all right, see you, nerd. I'm going to your third base. Like, have fun with that.
A lot of lings being made. Let's see if he's able to hold. There's 3 more sets of lings about to pop at this third base.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's basically the dream scenario for Terran. Like, all these larvae are being spent right before these tech buildings finish. Like, these lings don't have any upgrades or anything. Like, I think this is going to go really good for Terran. Yeah, look at that. These Sunks are going to get shot down. Like, this third is screwed now.
Wow.
Like,
that's just either Cody's a god or...
I mean, I think Laser just not... Yeah, like, Laser just not that good at defending, I guess.
jOjO, I was like, okay. jOjO's definitely knowing what they're doing with this build. They're tier 0, so I mean...
Yeah, I think it was a gamble that just, like, really didn't pay off. Like, I think Koaty got there, like, 10 or 20 seconds before jOjO was expecting, so he couldn't afford to wait to make lurkers or mutas. Like, he just had to be like, oh shit, I only have 1 unit I can make. Like, it seems like these Marines might be prevented from making it back home, but they've already done more than enough damage to deserve it. And there's plenty of units back at home. The turrets are up. We're doing the same thing with 1 machine shop and 1 starport. And I think this game is going to be really good because, like, Zerg is even further behind than they were in the previous game. So I think this tank push might actually just straight up kill Zerg here.
Wait, check out his nat. Check out the Zerg's nat. He's making a 2nd layer. Am I just high?
Oh no, that has to be a misclick, right? Like,
that has to be a misclick. He was definitely going for like OB speed upgrade.
Yeah, or like he wanted to get Hive, and he has like grid hotkeys, or he like straight up clicks the button, and he just had the wrong hatchery selected. I don't know. He's just trying to dive on this turret, but I don't think you can do that when you only have 6 mutas. Like, the turret dies, but you lose a muta for it. That's not worth it. Like, I think jOjO's like desperate to get some kind of damage done, but Koaty is set up very well. Oh no, the lair finishes. You think he sees that finish? He's like, oh god.
He was just doing it for the extra 300 health, man.
Yeah, there you go. So he survives.
He's gonna get pushed by this tank push
and survive with like 200 health on the lair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna say, mic drop.
He calculated. He knew it all.
Like, he knew it all along.
His mind palace. He predicted all this.
He's like, based on exactly how much damage I took by losing this third base, I know I need this lair.
I think we had a stim from Terran for no reason, like, but somehow it just was where the mutas were coming in. Like, oh, hold on a minute, what's going on here?
Is this Flash?
Yeah.
Is this Flash? He's just like, I got the star sense. I know where the mutas are about to come in.
Big damage.
It seems like there's not really that many. Where's he scanning? Oh,
Yeah,
he's just
every,
scanning
yeah.
them.
Every time he scans, I turn off the Zerg vision so I can see what's going on. We do have 3 lurkers, but there's plenty of detection in the Terran base. Is this like trying to be like a all-in or like a contain here? Like, I think this is not going to work. We have vessels and tanks coming. Yeah, I think he's trying to contain him, but Terran actually has good units, so lurker contain isn't that good. Like, look at this. This vessel's going to be like, nah, get out of here. Like, he doesn't even need to irradiate the mutas because there's not that many of them.
Pretty close to dead, and he might just decide, yeah, he's just going to go for it, it looks like.
Oh my god, he did this last game, though. Like, it's like the worst possible trade against these lurkers. Like, so actually, they're getting a ton of damage. They're not going to kill Terran or anything, but flying himself for like about a minute while Terran rebuilds. Like, there's going to be a tank at some point, and tanks literally just outrange lurkers. Like, I don't know.
And he decides not to wait for the tank.
Yep. All right.
Gets it with
5 or 6 very bloody Marines here. Oh my god, he turned the lair in his natural into a hive. Like,
that's so funny. I was gonna say the same thing.
Like,
oh my gosh.
Maybe he really did it for the HP. Like,
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like even if you were doing it for the HP, it seems like you would want the lair in your main, since it was like already ready to be made into a hive.
Yeah, I have
like
no idea. Maybe. Oh no, he did it so he can get transporting for overlords while getting hive tech. Oh my god, he does. He's setting up the slow lurker drop at the 12 o'clock.
He's setting
Oh
up
my god, it all makes sense. Oh god, he renews the mutalisk
before.
Oh my god, nothing gets pulled, but the muta dies first. The lurker is actually doing a ton of damage before they get cleaned up by this irradiate. Koaty's having a bit of trouble keeping his army organized, but these tanks are gonna kill it. I'm waiting for this drop, dude.
Koaty pulling the good old outrange the lurkers with the unsieged tank, which is significantly more difficult than pulling it with the siege tank.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, this lurker drop about to be absolutely.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll come back to this in 20 minutes when the overlord makes it over. Meanwhile, the Zerg Natural is, I think, about to go down. There's nothing to stop these tanks. I saw a Defiler mound in production, but there's no Defiler. There's just no consume research yet. The Overlord is literally only halfway from when I looked at it last time.
Thought about it? Is there even a way for the Overlord to drop the lurkers before the turrets kill it?
No, I think the turrets might straight up kill it before it can drop the lurkers. No, yeah, consume is just now started, but I don't think there's going to be any time for that. Trying to dive on these vessels. Oh my god, the last minute.
We've got the extra health from the hive, so
yeah,
jOjO knows.
He knew he could buy time for this drop. Oh my god, no, his drop just stopped. I think maybe he saw the turret and was like, alright, this is gonna work. Even putting a lurker on the ramp, just trying to buy himself in as much time in this game as possible. But like, losing this hive is actually brutal. Like, you won't be able to get your +3 upgrades, you won't be able to get any ultras or anything. So like, even if Zerg completely crushes this attack and gets back in the game. Alright, oh, we waited for the speed upgrade, now we're dropping these lurkers, but oh my god, jOjO pulls immediately. Only loses these dumb SUVs who were not in the 12 group.
The 12 chosen ones?
Yeah. The 12 chosen ones to be saved. So Koaty trying to rebuild. Oh, he actually managed to start a Nidus right before the hive died. So he can connect his two bases here. but like I don't think it even matters. Just one defiler.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not long. I already said that, but not long for this world. That's my favorite saying, actually.
It's still true. Like, you can, oh my god, though, everything in this one Dark Swarm, though.
Dark Swarm, easy peasy. Sorry, Terran, you gotta leave.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, he did kind of like waste his Radiates on Lurkers when there was a Defiler right there. Like, yeah, and for that mistake, he clearly deserves to lose his entire army, right? Like, that's how this matchup works.
Clearly does.
Oh my god, is he trying to take this natural right now? Like, are you serious? Like,
bro, you just don't understand. He's got Lurkers and he's got Dark Swarm. What else do you need? Oh, we've got a sick
an Eraser
in the main.
Oh my god, is he actually gonna kill anything? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he's gonna kill some stuff.
I think the vessel's even like on patrol here. Just get cleaned up, but Zerg is down to 11 drones. Terran almost has 5 times as many workers. Like, I don't know about this one. Anyway, we do have an attack at the bottom base of the new third here. There is a Dark Swarm, so it's going to get cleaned up. But Terran just leaves. One thing I didn't know until like last year is that Dark Swarm actually doesn't protect buildings. So, I mean, if you get these tanks in range of the hatchery.
Oh my god. You didn't. That's brutal. That just makes everything feel so much worse. Like if you couldn't even kill buildings under Dark Swarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see why you hate Zerg so much now.
I mean, I still do now that I actually know how Dark Swarm works, but like, it was surprising. It's like, because usually it's my cannons under Dark Swarm, right? Like.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. This Zerg main is, I think, going to go down there. Is one Defiler in the back, but it only has drones to consume. jOjO would rather tap out than do that. Oh my god, I think he tried to consume a drone that was going in the gas and it got canceled. I didn't know you could do that. Alright, sick. Anyway. We're going to go into the next game here. Another good TVZ, but that a greedy third base from jOjO was shut down. And Koaty just never gave him any chance to get back in the game.
Koaty, the man, the myth, the legend.
Let's
see if he's able to take over this entire group.
Well, we're not going to see him in this game. It is going to be a PVZ, so we can actually pretend to have some kind of credibility here.
Let's go!
Alright, in the bottom left, in the purple Protoss, it's IRK Supperman. And the top left in the blue Zerg returning from the previous game, it's Ash jOjO. And this is a matchup where you can actually get away with a third at 3 minutes, so maybe jOjO will feel right at home here.
Yeah, maybe jOjO just thought it was PVZ last game.
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm pretty sure this guy
plays
Protoss.
I had that in this preseason with Crazy, because he's played Terran forever. And he was playing Zerg matchup, and like I hadn't relearned all of the walls yet, so I just went 2-gate. Like,
oh no,
that's
so funny.
It was not pretty. Getting ready to put this wall here. Looks like it'll probably be a forge if this probe is going to leave. So how do you feel about forge versus gateway right now? Are you still on I think you were on Team Forge before, right?
I had a brief little love affair with Gateway expands, and then I was like, I'm going to go back to Forge because I want to practice my late game, and it actually just gets too many wins mid game. And then somewhere along the line, that converted into I only ever go Forge because of reasons. So I am on Team Forge, but not for any particularly good reason. I kind of just YOLO it.
Yeah, it's kind of like we were talking about before. Like, if you have a style, you just stick to it because the value in changing it up is not as high as the value of just getting better by being consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it just feels so nice to not have to remember anything. Oh my god, Supperman's going for 12 necks against Overpool.
Oh my god, yeah, that's brave. Like, kind of relying on Zerg to not scout him, right? Like,
I mean, he's also being extremely annoying with this freaking...
but like, I feel like if you block this well, you're just tempting Zerg to make Lings and try to kill you, right? Like, you're making it even worse if you're going for 12 next. Like, I feel like you should be like, yeah, Zerg, just it's fine, you know, just make drones. You're good. Like, I don't think you want to bait him into making Lings, right? But actually, like, oh my god, jOjO's not making Lings at all. Oh, I guess did he? Okay, so he scouted it. And he decided rather than try to punish Protoss, just accept it and make some drones. I feel like you could force out like 2 Lings by making, or 2 cannons by making 6 Lings, I guess. I don't know if that's worth it or not. But yeah, like, that is one thing about going for Forge Expand, is like, most of the time you make 1 cannon. If you're scared, you make 2 cannons. Like, you don't have to worry about microing anything. Like, with Gateway Expand, it's like, alright, if they're 9 pulling you, you have to pull your Zealot back to the ramp and bring some probes to block, and then you can't let them actually kill your wall, but you can't let them up your ramp, so you have to micro the entire time perfectly, and make sure you don't get surrounded. Like, it's like...
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah,
it's just so stressful. That's not what I play Protoss for.
Exactly. Like, that's a good point. Yeah.
We A-move our shit. We don't die early game for no reason.
Yeah. Like, you sit at home, you make like 12 Zealots, 8 Goons, 4 Templar, and you go win the game. Like,
exactly.
Easy. Yeah.
Exactly. Supperman with the classic not scouting the main at all against 2 Zerglings.
Also, the classic going 12 next and then transferring 2 probes. Like,
I didn't even notice that he transferred 2 probes. That's hilarious. No, yeah, he ends up transferring more probes, so good for him.
Yeah.
Good on you, Supperman. Oh, jOjO, I totally was not paying attention to taking another expansion. And I was like, is he just going to go 2-hatch Muta right now or something? That's wild.
Yeah, it's like he goes for a ZVP build versus Terran. He goes for the TVZ build against Protoss. Well, he's putting Hydra Den down directly where he knew the probe was about to go. So he's absolutely fearless here. He wants Protoss to know that there's a Hydra Den. So I wonder if it's going to be like a sick mind game, or if he just wasn't thinking about it. Like, is he going to put this down and then still only make drones?
And what do you do personally against this as Protoss? Like, I like to just go for my Stargate build because I like to know exactly how many Hydras he's making.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people, if they scout Hydra early, they just go 4-gate Speed Zealot.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in like, not like a midlife crisis, but like a mid-game crisis, I guess. Like, I don't know like what to do against this. Like, I kind of bounce between like, fuck it, I'll just go 5 Corsairs no matter what, like try to force it to have value, or like I'll just get 1 Corsair to scout no matter what, or like I'll just go straight to the Speed Zealot. I don't know. I feel like if I literally just saw him put down the Hydra Den at this time, I probably wouldn't bother with the Stargate at all. But like, it is really important if he does try to Hydra bust you to see what's coming out of the larva. So I don't know. I feel like you get punished no matter what you do.
He does go for a Stargate, and this is super funny. He's got like the opposite strat as I do. I try and delay my cannons as much as possible, and then I inevitably end up dying because my cannons weren't up on time. But like, god damn it, I had a lot of gateways in my main when that happens.
Yeah.
Whereas Supperman, going for a fast Citadel, getting probably 1 Corsair, and then no gateways as of yet, but he's got a good amount of tech up, and for sure he's not going to die to this initial Hydra push.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not even going to be like any kind of bust. Like, we do have the 4th hatchery. I think, yeah, there is an Evo chamber getting that attack upgrades. This is more like a strong mid-game, like Hydra Man style. I'm kind of, well, I mean, now we're seeing like a ton of Hydras come out, not drones, so I'm actually not sure what the timing of this build is going to be here. 3 Zealots, I don't know, like, I don't think they're going to get anything done here.
It does scare the crap out of jOjO, who's already making a sunken at both bases.
Yeah.
2 sunkens at his
the third, yeah. Alright, the SimCity is disgusting, by the way. The sunk behind the minerals, oh my god.
Yeah, what is happening?
Yeah, these Zealots get cleaned up right away. 1 Corsair tries to
Supperman loses 3 Zealots and pretty much the game, because now Zerg can all caps drone. You know, there's just nothing really he can do.
Yeah, look at that, 8 drones in production right away. Like, and we're still making cannons at home for Protoss. I feel like JoJo's gonna get here, see these cannons, and just laugh and hold down his D key. Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, I wasn't even gonna all in you. Like, what are you doing?
He's like, bro, I made 10 Hydralisks. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, there's some more cannons coming up in the back. Just gonna sit here and shoot down the gateway in the forge and go home, I think. The +1 is going to finish, which is at least a small victory. Oh, we killed the scouting overlord in the main of Protoss. That's nice, at least. Meanwhile, back at home for Zerg, the lair is actually almost done. We're thinking about a 4th base here in the top right. Zerg is basically getting everything they could ever want. Getting the armor upgrade on this forge is ambitious. We are getting another forge in the main. Zealots, I'm kind of hating these dumb zealots. Like, how did only 2 of those zealots get aggroed, right? Oh, here we go. Okay, we fixed that problem. They're all gonna die now. Sick. Yeah. Supperman is getting these DTs. Oh my god, there's a spore colony at the front of JoJo. Like, it's completely locked down. Like, I don't think there's any potential for DTs to get anything done here.
Is there a spore colony at both bases? There's technically not at
No, there's just an overlord at the
third, but there is an overlord, yeah.
There's only one stair. And it's
the one stair.
Yeah.
I was just gonna. God damn it. You're reading my mind today, Warp Gates. You got everything I'm about to say. This just seems so. A little bit greedy, I guess, is what I was looking for. Usually it seems like you either go for lair or you go for a fast 4th base when you go for 973. But he's actually taking both. And it might just be that there were so many cannons made and he got so much done with the initial Hydras taking out 3 zealots and such that, well, he took out 7 really. That maybe he gets away with this. Oh, did he just cancel?
Cancel what?
The DT forced a cancel on his 4th base.
Oh, nice.
And his Corsairs fly into more Hydralisks, unfortunately.
Oh my god, the curse of Protoss, dude.
Yeah, what's even...
Yeah, I mean,
even matters?
It is kind of greedy for Zerg to kind of try to get everything at once, but I also feel like other than this DT, they can just get away with it, right? Like, Protoss is not going to be able to threaten Zerg for a long time.
Yeah, Supperman kind of overmade cannons, has not a huge deal, but has just a few too many probes. I think usually you want like upper 40s more so than mid 50s.
Yeah.
And JoJo is actually just going to make the 4th again, except at this 3 o'clock location, which I don't know why. That just strikes me as hilarious. He's like, all right, fuck you. Can't put it at the 2 o'clock. I'll just move down a peg. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Zerg, like, you honestly can expand just about anywhere, right? Like, because the fact that it's in a weird place is a strength, because, like, Protoss won't find it, and it's so hard to attack that's so far away.
Yeah, and I guess, like, this is one of those bases that in a pro game, Artosis would be like, wow, this is genius. He's putting this here because he recognizes his army is more mobile. He can do whatever he wants. And then in a ladder game, Artosis would be like, this fucking cheeser taking hidden bases all over the place. Well,
they really are like 2 different people, like caster Artosis and streamer Artosis. It's like Jekyll and Hyde, man.
Oh, man.
Well, we have the lurkers finding some way to be as obnoxious as possible. Trying to hit this pylon. Collect the storm on that one lurker is probably not the play. You can't follow it up. Is there a robo?
There's a robo, but the observatory is just now going down, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, literally, JoJo double expanding behind this, taking that 3 o'clock location and taking the opposing Nat like he was planning on in the first place. So it just seems like such a good situation for JoJo, especially if they don't. If they're able to hold this contained for just a couple minutes longer.
Yeah, it's not like a super hard contain. I don't know why we have these like handfuls of mutas. Like it's just a Snipe Templar or something. But also the Protoss army is not super huge. It's gonna have a hard time getting out of his natural here. I really wish that the naturals on maps were bigger. Like, I'm sure there would be some other problem with it, but like, oh my god, it's so hard to like just have your army exist in your own base.
I mean, then you'd have to deal with the walls being like 2005.
Well,
right?
I mean, like,
you'd have
you could have like a
destination mass walls.
choke that's small, but it's like more ground space in the natural. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, Supperman is trying to bust out here. Goon's getting stuck behind the Zealots because why not?
Okay.
Doing a double storm there, I think, like in the middle of these 3 lurkers. Storm replacement could be improved just a little bit, I think, but it's going okay for Protoss because Zerg isn't really trying too hard to defend here. Here we go, coming in with a big bunch of Hydras. Are there more storms left? I don't think. No, there's 1 storm left. And there he goes, right up all these Hydras.
Oh no.
Oh god, the Observer. No.
Oh no. Is he making more observers?
Oh my god, no, he's making more lurkers.
Oh,
he's like,
more.
I killed you. There we go, we do have another Observer. But this is a nice arc for Zerg, and there's going to be 5 more lurkers coming. That Zealot just decides he's had enough. It gets obliterated by Spines immediately. Oh, these lurkers at the front are actually pretty low. But I don't blame Supperman for being careful with this Observer. After happened to the last one. By the way, I just saw 13 drones in production. Like, jOjO's very happy with this. We're up to 70, looking like StarCraft 2 PvZ. Like, Zerg
what
has
even matters?
more supply. Like, I think like this contain is not really a big deal for Zerg anymore. And we go Protoss trying to bust out here, get some pretty good trades, but I don't know if it's good enough. Another Observer gets picked off. There's still lurkers alive. Oh my god! Just there is a replacement.
And Supperman, if he wants to get back in this game, he's either going to have to really quickly expand, which is always tough when you're facing these Zerglings that I'm sure, he's got crack almost over halfway done.
Yeah.
And I just feel like cracklings instantly kill my bases. Like, anytime I try and expand, 5 cracklings show up, and it's just like, alright, GG.
Yeah, it's so hard, like, especially on this map, like, I think you'll have to double expand to make up for being late. And like, what 4th base can you take that you can easily defend at the same time as your 3rd? Like Protoss, you can't really split your army. Like, you can put like 1 High Templar and 1 Reaver at each base or something, but you can't have like your army split in half because then you'll just lose on both fronts. So it's super hard to defend these expansions. Is Supperman thinking about this base as the 4th? I think so. There is a probe hitting here. This is interesting. I guess if you can block off the top ramp, then you can just have your army stand outside your natural and kind of defend all 3 fronts. But still pretty scary.
I kind of like it. He can also push to pressure the natural.
Yeah.
His army kind of naturally defends this base more easily than it would the 6 o'clock location.
Yeah. He'll just.
I really feel like he was so greedy with. jOjO was so greedy behind this lurker contain that not only does he need to double expand, like he needs to kill a base or 2 just to
he needs to start doing some damage. But here we go with a ton of cracklings here, actually kind of funneling in the worst angle possible for them. And these lurkers try to be clever here, but they get picked off. Pretty good fight for Supperman so far. But oh my god, these lurkers up here somehow picking off these whole position zealots here. What's going on? Here they do get cleaned up. What army is at the natural? Actually, not a huge army at the natural. Zerg does have a ton of ground to try to cover here. I mean, there's 6 bases. We have the Ultra Cavern and the Defiler Mound in the top right for some reason. The Hive Tech is not quite online. I mean, this could be the opportunity for Protoss to get some damage done.
I do want to point out, though, there's a control group or so of Lings and then some more lurkers. Yep. Going to counterattack this 3rd base, so it looks like Supperman might have to pull back to defend it. I don't know. Maybe he can get away with just. No, he is pulling his army back to defend his 3rd base. Yeah, it's pretty
scary. Like, I think like without some kind of AoE at this 3rd base, you can't deal with these units with just cannons.
Yeah, and you can see jOjO just so. He's 20 supply ahead, which is always terrible for Protoss.
Yeah. Especially when the supplies are this high. Like, that's like 100 army supply of Zerg. It's terrifying. Protoss does clean this up, but it prevents them from doing any kind of damage to any Zerg bases, and this is going to give this Hive Tech the chance to get online. Like, Consume is going to be done. We're seeing these Ultras hatch. jOjO got the Ultra Speed before the Ultra Armor. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. I feel like it's just a mistake, but I guess you can probably afford to make it in this game. And honestly, actually, now that I think about it, like, I haven't seen Ultras in this matchup in a long time. A lot of people say they're bad. I think they're a unit that helps you finish a game where you're ahead. Like, if you're behind, they won't change the game like a Defiler will. But, like, if you kind of been beating the Protoss all game, they're a good way to actually finish it out. But it's going into this fourth base, and there's nothing here to stop it, so his Cracklings and Ultras are just going to chew through it.
Oh, this is so tragic.
Oh yeah, I've seen this so many times. Like, how many replays do I have where my army's out of position and my entire base dies before I can get there?
I always just assume when they go Ultras, they're BMing me. But I think jOjO... I played jOjO in week 2, and I think he did the same thing against me, so that actually makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
It's just his game plan rather than BM.
It's just his game plan,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, when you have 6 bases, like, I think you can afford doing Ultras, right? Like,
right, exactly. There's just so many of them that it just doesn't matter. Got 70 freaking drones.
Yeah. They're definitely a unit that you need to have in numbers to be worth anything. Like we said earlier, like, 1 Ultra is, like, maybe the worst unit in the game.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas, like, Defilers 1 Ultra in the game. Right? We have a fight here. Protoss, I think it was on movement or something, getting absolutely surrounded by all of these melee units, and, like, actually it seems like Protoss might win this fight with some clutch storms at the last minute. Goons actually do a good job of punching through all of the Ultra armor, but the real story is the base count. Like,
yeah, 6 bases to 3. Supperman's only on 1 mining base, and of course, when Zerg never mines out, they're actually on 6 mining bases here.
Yeah, because they need like 8 turns at each base, so they just never actually finish the minerals. Oh, we have a bunch of Overlords moving to the bottom right. I think they're all empty, but they could be setting up for a drop. Now, I think that is a major get out of my game move. Like, doing
the classic
drop on a base.
Drop.
Yeah. Just drop a bunch of Ultras type Naga in your CPL preseason match.
Get out, nerd.
So we actually do have much better upgrades for Protoss. It might explain how he's winning some of these fights. And it's definitely like a key component to late game. So that could be one thing for jOjO to look at in the future, but I don't think it's really going to determine this game. Alright, jOjO expanding here right on, like, the front door of this new 4th base of Protoss.
Dude, I'm just so disgusted at this game right now. This guy, Zerg, the ultimate Zerg player, just 3 Hatch Hydra into Lurker Contain and to make 70 drones.
Yeah. Dude, what did I say the other day? Like, Zerg just has to rally from all their hatcheries. Like, I think that's what's going on here. Like, little waves are coming out of each base.
And it just doesn't even matter. Like, he'll lose 5 Ultras and still be up in supply compared to where the fight started.
Yeah. It's like, it's not worth it to spend your APM on anything other than morphing larva at this point. Like, I really want to know what all, like, these Overlords got here, like, way in advance of any drop. So I want to know, like, was it just like a misrally?
Trying to hide them?
Yeah. It's not like there's Corsairs running around looking for him. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we have a big army here in the left half of the map. Defiler, not really casting anything. Doesn't really have to yet. They're assuming swarming on these 3 goons to show him who's boss. I think this might actually be the final push here. This is the... I mean, I guess there's 2 mining bases for Protoss now, but if this one falls, the next one will. Dude, plaguing 2 goons in an Archon. and Zoo Observers. There you go. Supperman realizes that it's over and taps out. So jOjO just maximizing the greed in this game.
Yeah, that made me a little bit angry. I'm not
Oh
gonna lie.
yeah. This was like that was a good game to have 2 Protoss cast. We're like, look at this disgusting Zerg player. Meanwhile,
70 drones and 5 bases off of Lurker Contain.
I mean, meanwhile, Supperman like tried to get away with Nexus first versus Overpool on close spawns, and we're like, oh, that was a little greedy. Like,
it's a little greedy. It's a little greedy, but seems overall fine. I'm sure you can get away with it.
Okay, we got another game. It's gonna be Supperman versus Koaty. So we're gonna see the return of our undefeated players so far, but in a very, very different matchup. So in the top right, returning as the purple, but this time not on IRK, it's Supperman. In the bottom right, this time in the blue Terran, it's Eros Koaty. So, like, strategically, this matchup is very different than TVZ, but I feel like the same, like, fundamental skills that helped Koaty win those TVZs will definitely come in handy here. Like, the macro, the, like, knowing everything that your opponent is doing at all times somehow. Like,
yeah,
it's very handy. Yeah.
Showing up with the right before the recall, you just pull all your units back into your base for some reason.
Yeah.
Just like against those mutas. I'm excited to see what Supperman does for PVT as well, though. There is this new, there's this new shuttle style with Templars and stuff like that. I'm not super comfortable with it yet, but I know a lot of CPL players like to try and get on that newest trend and get every advantage they possibly can out of the build.
I find that style like a lot more straightforward and fun because it's literally just always try to kill tanks. Like that's like your whole game plan. Like I'm so bad at knowing like when should I recall, or I'm bad at knowing like when can I afford to stop doing anything for 6 minutes to make carriers. Like, but with the speed shuttle style, it's really just like, all right, put Templar on a shuttle and go kill stuff. Like,
no doubt.
Yes, we have. I think Supperman like trying to be cheeky here with this early probe, and actually is going to get the first scout off. So we could see some. Oh no, never mind. We see a gas. So I don't think we'll see much chance for a Zealot pressure, and no gas still for the Terran. So just going to get a quick scout off here. So neblime and I casted some Supperman's games from week 2 yesterday, and he actually did go for the like gas steal gateway, a Zealot harassment style on Eclipse, but it helps that that's Eclipse, so not quite as easy to do here on Polyvoid.
2-player map. You know what my soapbox is going to be for this game before the action really gets started? It seems pretty normal from both sides. Why is all this hate for Eclipse from Terrans coming out all of a sudden? They're like, dude, Eclipse is so bad for Terran. Fuck you, buddy. Literally just go 6-fac +1 and then take your third, and then it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's
like,
Terran,
you don't even have to push with 6-fac +1. You just have to secure your third, and then you win the game. That's literally the only chance Protoss has of winning in a late game.
I do feel like, the longer that map goes on, the worse it gets for Protoss, like in both matchups. But like, so this is kind of something I think about. Like, is there any map that any race likes? Like, are they like, oh yes, I can't wait to play on Polypoint? I feel like no matter what, they like find something that they don't like about the map. It's like how no matter where you live, people there say that they have the worst drivers. Right? Like, no state is like, here in Georgia, we have the best drivers. Like, everybody, right? Like,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, the absolutely heartless probe kill on the scouting SEV. Oh, there was a small Zealot pressure.
Yeah, there was a Zealot while we're talking about random stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, didn't get much done, but didn't also like lose anything for Protoss, so I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, and when you go core zealot, really, you don't need to get too much done. It's like you force a vulture before machine shop, you force the marines, and then you get a slightly faster nexus compared to their command center.
Yeah. Oh, we got a raid from Ver. Good to see you. I was watching your BSL cast earlier today. Good to have you guys all here. This is the CPL, if you're not familiar. This is a kind of lower level tournament for players who are learning and for like good players to coach them. So we're casting games from the preseason, like kind of like placement games. So good to have you all here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Vera, I know you're in CPL, but I don't know if all your players know, all your viewers. I mean, I got, dude. I must chill, right? Like, it's my responsibility. Anyway, back in this game. It's still looking normal. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, carry on.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, if anyone is watching BWCL and doesn't know what CPL is, I would be deeply shocked. I'm like, there's like 5 people in this whole community.
Okay, I mean,
and we got
you say that, but like, I literally forgot that any other foreign tournament existed until I saw someone with a BSL tag. I was like, oh yeah, there's some more games. Yeah, so I've been like watching like YouTube of this season BSL and stuff lately. Like, oh yeah, there's some more games I can watch.
True. And it looks like just 2-gate observer from Supperman. Pretty standard stuff. Going to be taking a third relatively quickly here.
Yeah.
And a second factory after engineering day. So, pretty standard here from Koaty as well. Just playing it safe, making sure he doesn't die to anything silly, since that SEV did get absolutely murdered in cold blood by those probes.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to make Europe for a longer game here. Like, this doesn't look like some kind of 2-base push play from Terran. Like, Protoss isn't going, like, Bulldog or even, like, 2-base ARB. I think we're just going to get this Observer, clear out these mines, and get a 3rd base.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like this is basically like World War One. that SEV assassination was the beginning.
There you go, yeah. Started the hostilities.
And tensions are just slowly rising, but the war hasn't broken out in full yet. The only way this would be better is if we played this on the Diplo map.
There you go, dude. Yeah, next season of CPL, Diplo only. Oh my god. Yeah, if we get like Golem's Madness in here too, like evolves.
If anyone wants to play Diplo on Brood War, yeah. My name is LeaSt #8887. Add me.
There we go.
All my friends think it's lame.
We have It's Flash in chat, who's down for Diplo.
Let's go, It's Flash. I'll leave this cast right now, brother. You don't even know.
Yeah, he will. It's not a joke. I have no doubt. Oh my god, the first observer flying into a turret. I like to call
it brutal.
The Cold Warp Gate special.
The Cold Warp Gate special.
Oh my god, I feel like such an idiot every time. It's like I'm like aware of the observer for like 75% of the trip there, and then it's like, oh, I gotta make a pylon, and then that's exactly when it flies to a turret every time, dude.
Oh my god, this is. Oh shit. Okay, so I mean we're rushing straight to Arbiter, so that answers my question from the early game. We're getting a 3rd, 4th gateway. I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. If I was Koaty, as soon as I see that first observer go down, I'd just be like, "Fuck it, man, we ball."
7 factories, let's go.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
YOLO. I don't even care if I didn't set it up properly. If I made an academy and an energy bay too early.
Yeah. It's
We're rolling with it.
Like when 9734 was popular, like you knew if your scouting probe died, it's gonna be Hydras. Like they're like, all right, here we go. Right. Like you've activated my trap card. Like
you've activated my trap card.
So Koaty doing a good job here. Like trying to expand on 2 factories is a bit risky, but like given the positions, given like how easy it is to to defend this base, it's possible, and Koaty is just mining up the entire path between their bases, so he'll know if anything happens. Like, I definitely think Koaty is going to get away with this.
Yeah, and Koaty just doing a superb job microing, it seems like. I don't know exactly how he's pulling it off, but his build order must be super optimized, because he's like even supply.
Yeah, and we're actually getting the 4th command center before the 3rd one's even landed. Like, oh my god, Koaty is greedy as hell, dude.
Koaty, poor Supperman. He's just trying to play some standard ass games.
Yeah, poor Protoss, right? Like, this evil Terran killing his probe here as 4th base is disgusting.
Just because Archduke Fran's SUV man got killed does not give you the right to build this 4th command center so
each
early.
Base is another European country that's being called into the war that like doesn't have anything, like any real reason to care, but you just have to.
Exactly, it's just the web of alliances.
Exactly.
Right now, he pulled in France and England at the same time, which is kind of crazy.
yeah.
Off 3 facts? He's gonna pull in France and England off 3 factories? Are you kidding me?
Whoa, bro. I mean, like, this actually is, like, disgusting. He's getting away with this.
This is disgusting, dude. Supperman's on 3 base.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? Like, build observers and check bases? No, man, that's not fair.
That's bullshit. I'm not gonna do all that. Fuck. I mean, this isn't exactly like a super late 4th either. I mean, it's kind of late. You want it like 9 minutes instead of 10, but it's not game-endingly bad. It's just Koaty is so greedy today.
Yeah, like, just so we can keep dunking on Artosis from earlier, like, Artosis doesn't even get his 3rd to like 12 minutes. like Koaty is out here just taking every base on the map, playing like a Zerg, like. And like Supperman's like not like that's not even gonna be on Supperman's radar, right? Like at like 10 minutes, you're not like, all right, like we scout for where the 4th base is. Like, you expect to have like one like maxed out fight before they go for a 4th base. Like, so we do have Supperman starting to go on the map here with this Arbiter. We did see stasis research first. Not quite enough mana yet, but I don't think there's any vessels. We just now have this science facility researching EMP, so this is one thing, at least, that Koaty had to sacrifice on to get all these bases.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was playing Diplo in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Not even watching the game anymore. We're just...
No problem, dude.
No problem.
Alright, so Supperman is poking around here, not taking too much damage from these mines, but oh my god, look at this base. There's just so many tanks. Like, we only have the energy for 1 stasis max. Like, even if these tanks are super clumped, I don't know if that's enough to let probably some damage down here. But meanwhile, there's a bunch of vultures killing the goon to block the ramp at the 4th base. But they're not being controlled, so they don't run up the ramp. Might give a chance for this cannon to be built here. Oh no, never mind. They get up here. They can kill so many probes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my god.
8.
Disgusting. Oh, the Zealots know what they're doing. Oh my god.
The Zealots could have prevented that last probe murder.
Yeah.
And just like that, the aristocracy of Prussia just getting absolutely destroyed. No, wait.
Yeah, I don't know who's on what team anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the allies are Supperman, so...
Yeah, I mean, the Protoss...
I apologize. I know everyone watching this cast is like, but the historical accuracy of your analogy...
yeah.
Everyone's so mad at me.
Classic StarCraft history humor, like... You know, everybody knows it.
We got fucking, like World War I reenactors in the chat. Wait a second.
Oh, a recall in the main, calling 2 arbiters in here. Oh my god. Meanwhile, in this video game, yeah, this is the war starting here. Actually, not a very big recall, but might be enough here. The shuttle is going to die with three Zealots in it. That's like the people trying to charge across the trench and die to machine guns. Like,
please,
Just keeps going. Oh my god, no, he's too late to stasis the ramp. I think it was his plan. Oh my god, there we go. So, like, kind of a small recall, but he's ahead in supply now. Like, some of these factories were killed. I think that was decent. But meanwhile, the 5th base in the top left is being shut down by vultures again. These vultures from Koaty are relentless.
Yeah, Koaty is a god gamer, man. This Nexus, he's sending his army up here, but I think this Nexus is just gonna die before he even gets up here.
Or these mines might kill.
Unless these mines actually just do sick damage, which they don't. Oh, never mind. I forgot vultures suck at actually attacking things.
I feel like they killed the building faster if they got out of the bike and punched it. Like,
yeah, right. Honestly, they just disassemble it brick by brick.
Yeah. They just take it home.
You
as like
it.
souvenirs, like the crystal from the 5th base Nexus.
Oh, NCX in chat. Allies are blue, or Koaty is blue. Pushes up glasses, therefore allies. I like that. That's a good.
I mean, like France is blue, but then like Russia is like either purple or green. They're on the same side, so I don't know. I don't know if the color theory is enough.
You got me there.
Yeah.
You know what we haven't talked about is the color meta in Brood War. This just feels like a very classic purple versus blue matchup.
Yeah. Like this is like a solid, like traditional, like classic macro play, which is what we're seeing here. I mean, it's like a bit spicy with the greedy bases from Terran, but like I think that is reflected in the color trace.
No.
Oh my god, the probes!
All these probes,
dude. I've said it before. Like Terran players have like an innate sense of where probes are going to be at all times.
Right?
Like they just know what the timing is on that. Oh my god! Like even like with 3 cannons is not enough to save a single probe. Like people just go in here and kill them all and then leave anyway. Disgusting.
This is kind of sick though, because despite having 20 fewer workers, Supperman is still 20 supply ahead.
Yeah, I feel like
supply ahead.
I guess I didn't think that recall did that much damage, but like I feel like it like messed with Koaty's like mentality here because he's kind of stopped macroing. Like some of these factories were idle for a long time. Like he hasn't really like refilled the gap in his base. Like,
oh, you know what's going on?
What?
Oh, never mind. I'm a liar.
Oh,
I'm a liar. I apologize. I thought he only had 2 on gas at his 3rd base, and that was why he was having trouble macroing. But nope.
We have an attempt to move to this 4th base here. There's a ramp with some depots on it, so forget about doing that. We'll have to save up mana for recall, but it gives Terran time to move some defenders here. And there's a vessel, so that might be shut down for now. So I think it's starting to get in the phase of the game where Protoss has to do something. We did have that recall earlier, but Terran's maxing out. We don't see any kind of further development from Protoss. No, there we go. We do recall here. And actually,
sacrificed his entire army for this recall.
Oh my
but it's
God.
okay because we forced Terran out of position, right, guys? This is actually good for Protoss.
Yeah. We got 2 depots and some tanks, so it's basically game over for Terran. Might as well quit.
Oh, Supperman brings up a good point in chat. Terran is using the vultures. Like, he's sacrificing quite a few vultures, but the longer the game goes on, he's actually getting more and more tanks. So, despite being down on supply earlier, he's got a very, very scary army.
Yeah, but like, it is scary. Like, you don't want pure tank, right? Like, it's actually worse than tanks with supporting it. Oh, we have another recall at the same base. And actually, this time there's not any mines here to kill all these units as soon as they spawn in here, so it's going to do more damage. I think it will get cleaned up, but some workers are going down. It's keeping Terran from moving out on the map, keeping Terran from reaching that critical maxed out number.
This is kind of nuts, man. I'm like, Supperman doing really... I know this push is going to be really scary because it does look like Koaty's unsieging and getting ready to... siege down the main base. But like Supperman's playing really well considering how behind he was economically, just based on the base timings.
Yeah. There was a period of time where like all of his expansions were getting shut down by vultures, but that's kind of stopped now. Protoss is starting to grow on the map a lot. Is it going to be enough to stop this push? We don't have too many gateways. So the fight's going to have to go pretty well. We have a D-Matrix on this tank at the front, which somehow is exactly the tank those two goons picked to fight. Not that it would make a difference there. And now, like, suddenly Supperman's supply is down, like, partially from those recalls and partially from these, like, straggling units getting picked off here. Definitely has to be a very good engage for Supperman to save these bases.
And he just doesn't have the money to remax. You can see the probe count tiny bit low, like you said in chat, but the big issue is just he's been using so many units to try and do damage and to hold off these vultures and shit like that, that never able to get a big bank.
Yeah, some decent stasis is here, but is it enough? These guys are actually kind of protecting these tanks in the back. The Arbiters are being picked off, like all the Zealots are dead. I think these tanks are going to clean up these goons. We have some DTs coming in, but the vessels aren't dead yet, so I don't know if that'll work.
This is where the Galaxy Brain play is to suicide all your goons on this one vessel and then
yes,
just make all the DTs.
And then Terran scans, and you leave the game. Like
exactly.
It's like maybe he'll forget that he can do that.
He's making more DTs. He's really
yeah, he's really trying.
He did not choose the DT life. The DT life chose him.
I mean, I've said this before. Like when you're about to lose a game as Protoss, just make a round of DTs and hope. Like
yeah, exactly.
It won't work most of the time, but when it does, it'll be really good. So yeah, I think there's mines, the detection, everything is gonna kill these DTs. And
this is the period of the game I just want to talk to Blizzard about. Like, is this? Should it 3-2 be this powerful? I don't know.
I don't think they ever saw this kind of stuff coming, dude. I think they thought you would go like Marine tank.
Yeah, right.
In all matchups. Like, I don't think they realized how good just like tank Vulture is by itself.
Oh man. Koaty sieging down this 12 o'clock position. And while Supperman does have 4 more bases, none of them really have any probes, is the problem.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the few bases that he has left that has a decent probe saturation. And we can see that is not for long, as these vultures are going to come in and just mow through these probes.
Yeah, and Supperman would need more gateways and more money to have any chance of like making a new army to stop the slow destruction of all of these bases here. Oh my god, even building turrets outside here. Like, you really need a turret right now? Like,
yeah, buddy, you've got 4 Goliaths.
Yeah.
You're fine. But, you know what? More power to them. Do what you are a god, Terran. You are a Flash. You can do whatever you want.
Alright, we'll see here. Yeah, I mean, I think he's just committed to containing Protoss, and that maybe like kills all the other bases. Doesn't seem too eager on actually pushing up that ramp. You can't really blame him for doing that. Seems like he's found this base in the bottom left with this Vulture. Yeah. He's got little groups of units going to each base to clean them up. And like, this is the kind of thing that gives Protoss the chance to get back, but I don't think there's enough of a bank or enough of an income to do it.
Yeah, and it's like, whenever Terran has more than 1 mining base, I feel like you're in a bad spot as Protoss in the late game.
Yeah.
And it's like, Terran just has 3 mining bases, he's maxed, he's got 60 SEVs, it's going to be a tough one for Supperman to get back into. And he does tap out.
Alright, another dominating game from Koaty. I think that might be the last replay that we have of Koaty. I think he might go down undefeated tonight. Yes, it is. We're moving into the games from Group 42, so going to see a new cast in the next set of games here. That makes Koaty the undefeated champion of Group 40. Are you able to get in the lobby?
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Aha.
We did it. All right.
Idiot LeaSt. This goober.
All right. And we have in. Oh, hold on. Wrong, but there we go. We have in the bottom left in the army green Terran. It's Ash doLife. In the top left, it's Namshin. In the magenta Zerk. So back to TVZ, we can't pretend to actually know anything anymore. I'm just going to say 2Rex Academy versus 2Hedge Muta again, and we'll see if it turns out correct.
I'm going to say Goliath build.
Okay, so...
Come on. Come on. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Let's get it.
Yeah, I feel like neblime is like one of the people in the league who actually tries like wild builds. Like we saw him do like a 1-1-1 and like an 8-Rex at some point. And, like I actually do respect that. Like, cause like part of the reason that I play this game is like to do goofy builds. So I understand. Yeah, or like 12x, like every PvP. Like I get why people go with like the like safe macro play all the time, but like I can't do the same build every game, dude. Like I gotta mix it up.
No, I feel that. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. Jun getting first scout with this Overlord basically won the game already.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so tough for Terran to come back from this.
The information war is just too important. Like
it's just too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like this is why we need all the maps to be 2-player. Like not so I can gas steal, so that scouting is fair. Like come on, Blizzard.
Oh,
come on, map makers.
Jun going for the 12 pool, so could be a very fast 2-hatch Muta.
Yeah,
if that is what he is going for.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, oh my god, 12 pool gas? Like, what even is this? I guess it must be for like a good layer, right? Like a good layer.
Yeah, the layer timing is like 15-20 seconds earlier. I want to say with 12 pool hatchery versus hatchery into pool.
That's wild. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this. Like I've like 9 pool speed, like trying to go into layer. It was like never pretty.
Yeah.
So
the Protoss player's guide to Zerg. Just 9 pool speed every
bro.
game.
Yeah. So at this level, I'm sure like doLife has like seen this or like has some idea like, hey, this is weird. This is gas. And the national just started, right? Like you're gonna know something's up. Like what do you do about it? You just like get a faster eBay. I guess you could be worried about like fast lurker or something too. I gotta do it's the Queen Rush build. That's what we're gonna see.
Oh, and he says the tactical pause.
Yeah.
Pause, please. You scouted me. I'm not ready for this.
Shun's gonna go Google like, how do I do Muta Micro? Like,
he's gonna watch the Hawk video. Wait a second. I wasn't.
I wasn't quite ready yet.
Wasn't prepared to take this into the late game. The SEV blocking the ramp, so I mean, I guess you could say something about that for doLife.
See, that makes me think that he thought it was 9 pool speed or something aggressive. Like we did see like 6 links made, I guess, but like that's not what this build is, right? Like it's definitely for fast layer, which we've seen. So I feel like this might be a sign that doLife does not recognize what's going on here.
And Jun does make a 4th pair of links, so 8 links total. So it does end up being a pretty good idea for doLife to have this.
Maybe I'm just wrong. Well, we go right when the links get here. He's going down the ramp. I don't know is this gonna be a bunker? Like what's going on here?
Never mind. He's just.
Oh god.
Rip these Marines.
Oh my god, they get torn to shreds here. This is actually really bad. Like, are we not even going to get to the cool part to see what this build does? Like, if the Link's just going to win the game? Like, I think that might be what we see here.
It's okay. doLife has SEVs, so these
SEVs are way better than probes. Here we go. Oh my god, the Marine. No, don't let it get surrounded. It does kill one of these
SEV has 5 health. This SEV is literally so close to being dead. If he just did the click micro, he would. Wow, this SEV is a hero. Oh my god, just Jun, no.
All right, well, Shun pulls out of there with the last lane, the Spire, is like halfway done. We do have a very fast eBay from doLife, but no expansion. Like, I mean, a Terran's fine on one base, I guess, but I don't know if there's no expansion because that natural was just shut down, or if that was in the cards the whole time. It seems like doLife is setting up to do something in the natural, but you don't see, like, we'll have to see turrets start pretty soon. These mutas are gonna get there really fast.
And he is taking a pretty early third. He's got that 5-minute, 20-second third.
I'm sure that's like, he killed all his Marines. He's like, yep, I mean, gonna send my drone to my third base now? Like, I'm completely safe.
Exactly. And doLife doesn't, I mean, he's going for the 1 base, 2 racks a CAD. So I think you might have been right, Warp Gates. I think he might have just been like, okay, I think this is more aggressive than...
Yeah, I think he's completely misunderstood this. Like, I think maybe he didn't see the natural because it went down, like, right as his SCV was there. And he just, like, saw the 1 base gas. Was like, yep, all right, I just had to not die. So he's probably like, yep, I did it. I survived the rush. I'm going to get my command center now. And then, like, 6 meters are about to kill him. Oh, God, he's even getting the attack upgrade. Yeah, and for once, Shun is blocked by not having enough minerals to make mutas, and I think it's literally the 300 minerals that went into this third. Like, if he didn't have that, he'd have 3 more mutalists right now.
Oh my gosh.
We do have turrets starting here. Not a ton, and none on the barracks, so these Marines will have to do that job.
There's no way, right? There's no way he can survive this.
Well, there's actually not a lot of mutas. Like, this is, like, 4 mutas is not, like, lethal yet, right? I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe this was the plan all along, or maybe that quick third hatch actually screwed up his build. But it doesn't feel that threatening yet. I mean, these mutas are going to keep building up, but... I don't know.
Oh, Jean, this is some interesting play. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be one of those fast lurkers? I mean, we see the evolution chamber going down. We don't see a lurker den or anything like that. So,
all right,
looks pretty standard, other than the faster third.
I think when you have the Evo this fast before Hydra Den, I think it's crazy, sir. I think you start the upgrades for the ultras. I think this is me like using all 2 of my Protoss brain cells, like. So we'll see if it actually is true. Yeah, there we go. We got the Queen's Nest.
Oh.
So it could still be Defiler, not quite Crazy Zerg, but it's starting to go in that direction.
I think this do be the play.
I was trying to get to a much scarier amount of mutas, and actually the bio has not grown too much in that time. We still have just 2 barracks. The micro slipping just a bit here from Shun, taking a bit more turret damage than necessary, but not too bad. Marines are moving out. It's going to be scouted by Zerg, and they're in the perfect conga line formation here. It's pretty ideal for Zerg to get some damage done, but again, Shun taking like a bit more damage with these mutas than you would expect.
Yeah, he kind of went right into the middle of the conga line, and then it ended up being an arc.
Yeah. Now, with a CPL, like, I don't know where these players are located, so who knows what the turn rate is on this map, but like, or in this game. But like, if you go for this like fastest possible muta build, like, you better have the muta micro to back it up. We're not quite seeing that right now. doLife is getting a lot of damage, though.
He did not fully comprehend the Hawk video that he had watched.
Well, because he had to like skip through it because like he didn't want to pause the game for too long.
Exactly, he missed out on the how to not take damage portion of it.
Yeah. Also, this Queen's Nest is directly at the front of the natural. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? I guess you only need it long enough to start the hive. It just feels weird to put like a critical tech building. Like, here you go. It's right in the front of my base. Somehow these Marines find this random overlord in the middle of the map. You just come to avenge it. Both sides take damage here. Oh, we got Shun himself in the chat explaining that putting the Queen's Nest here helps like defend your natural. You don't need it after once the hive has started, so that's fine.
Oh, that makes sense.
But then if your Queen's Nest dies, if your Queen's Nest dies, you can't make queens and like still a command center, right? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, if you don't infest a command center in ZVT, what are you even trying?
There you got the mutas. Now we're getting some good trades with these mutas, stopping this push from getting across the map. Keep tearing back, and there we go. I called it. I knew it. I do know how to play this game, guys. It is crazy Zerg. Sick.
Oh. I guess there's not that much. Like, the Ultralisk Cavern's only halfway done, but he just doesn't seem like he has that much money, is the thing. Don't you need, like, a huge bank to get a bunch of Ultralisks out, or is that just my...
Yeah, I mean, we do have 3 gas. Like, I think, like, 3 gas is, like, the minimum to do Ultras. And, like, you are skipping, like, think of how much gas you spend on Lurkers and Defilers to get to this point. Like, you are going to have more Ultras than you should have at this point in the game. That's why you really got to rely on these mutas. But, oh god, they're taking a bunch of damage here. It's already kind of scary, and like the ones that are left are all very bruised.
Yeah, and those 4 Marines managed to get a kill, while I don't think they lost any of them, which is kind of tragic for Jean.
We'll see here.
And it just feels like he's got 2 Ultralisks in production, but it just feels like every time he has to remake mutas, it just makes it less and less effective. When
definitely. Oh my god, look at all these sunks. Oh my god. It's looking like a sunken defense at this third base.
It's making... Yeah. And he's made 5 at his natural as well, so this is totally...
This 10 drones that have been killed, basically, to keep himself in this game.
I just want to get Ultras.
Yeah, dude, like, let me do it. Like, it's my secret... A gold card for this game. Like, just let me get it out of the way.
I mean, Ultra's pretty good, man. I can't blame him. I can't blame him. It looks like doLife is also going for the same thing we saw from Koaty with 1 factory machine shop and then 1 starport. So maybe he's just going for a tank to try and do some...
Oh my god, but the tank gets picked off by the muta. It's a huge pickoff. I mean, I guess it would make sense to get tanks for all these Sunkens, but not if it's dead. Like, so these mutas finally like doing a good job there, like shutting down this push. Oh god, and now they're picking off these straggling Marines here. Not much actually left in the Terran main. Oh, there's another tank, but Shun leaves, trying to come to defend the natural now. The first Ultras are in combat. Their armor upgrade is done. No speed just yet, but actually, oh god, look at how many of them are stuck behind these sunks. One of them just goes right through the sunk zone.
This is... Yeah. And now we see the power of the crazy Zerg.
Yeah, Terran hasn't hit that critical mass yet. There's no vessels. The tanks have been shut down, so we got 4 armor on these Ultras. And how much... Do we even have any upgrades on the... Oh yeah, we just have +1 on these Marines, so they're doing like less than half damage to these Ultras right now. Zerg is going to get that 4th base up, which is going to get them a little bit more the critical the gas, but he's not going to live long enough. Or is the game going to last long enough? I mean, like, these Ultras are just cleaning up this natural here. Now, Ultras on a ramp, not the best.
Not the best.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. All the mutas get cleaned up. Oh my god. Ultra is really good at defending, not so great at attacking, as you can see.
Not great at going up a ramp.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, these absolute cows.
If there's any unit worse with ramps than goons, it's the Ultralisk. Like, oh my god, they're just getting chewed up by these tanks. Definitely needs to pull back here, I think. I think Zerg is still in a fine position, just like this kind of like let Terran get back into the game a little bit.
Yeah. Some absolutely sick plays from Shun mixed with some a little bit questionable ones. Like the reinforcement pickoffs with the Mutalisks, the taking out the tank, the holding the bust attempt with some micro from the Mutas and also the Sunkens. absolutely sick. And then just a couple things like going for the kill shot with 5 ultras with not much left.
Shun in the chat says we are happy to trade ultra for marine as long as the vessel count isn't high. Which
we don't know anything about this, guys. We're sorry. I apologize for disrespecting you like that, Shun.
That kind of sounds like copium to me. Like, ultras are pretty pricey to trade for marines, I think. I don't know. But again, we're both Protoss, and I'm not even tier 0, so who knows what the hell's going on.
Actual here.
Yeah. It's like maybe Shun thought there was a base down here, but now doLife is just building up here on the high ground. Zerg is going up to 5 bases. Like, I'm not sure if doLife has scanned these bases up here, but that's when Zerg is going to get absolutely out of control. Like 5 gas. Oh, we have a greater spire coming. Hell yeah, dude. Wow. What do we get? Like, I don't even know what we're going to see. Like, I guess Guardians, but like, there's already vessels. I feel like that's going to be a bad time. I don't know. I'm psyched either way. Oh, meanwhile, we have...
That's just nuts.
Yeah, oh my god, there's so many ultras here moving in. All these marines have to run away. Trying to get back to these tanks, but so much damage being done right here. This third base might be like going down for Terran. Yeah, oh my god, this armor is so strong. It's 5 armor now on these ultras. 2 damage per marine shot. Think about that. It takes 200 marine shots to kill an ultra, and that's before you even count the fact that they heal over time. Like,
oh my god.
Disgusting.
Absolutely. If the goal is to trade with Marine Medic, he is accomplishing that.
Goal accomplished. Well. Yeah.
Well played, sir.
Oh god, don't irradiate the ultra when it's in your own mineral line, dude.
Ultra killing a bunch of SCVs just with the power of irradiate. That's hilarious.
That's danger close right there. One ultra just back home. Yeah, oh my god, Shun is just going up to 6 bases. Like, I think, I kind of mused about it, but I think this strat is clearly working. Like, Shun is just keeping Terran bottled up in his base, keeping this army from getting big enough to actually cross the map, and Shun is absolutely taking advantage of that now with all these hatcheries. And there's another huge wave in here. It's going to be that rally on the mini-map style Zerg again. Just constant waves of units. This time, trying to run it into the main, it looks like. I feel like you should just send the one irradiated ultra into the mineral line. Just see how much damage it does.
That would be so... The eraser, reverse.
Yeah, the reverse eraser. They're getting on top of the barracks. This is a potential game-ending move here. I think there's enough units to clean it up for Terran, but camping their production is always so effective. I do want to see what we're going to get out of the Greater Spire, but I think the game might just end before that happens.
Yeah, like some decent target firing from doLife, but I just think that that Shun strategy, like, it's 6 bases to maybe 3. 1 base isn't even Poland. And yeah, there's no critical mass of the bioforce that you need to fight ultras, like John was saying in chat.
We have the burrow upgrade. Classic 18-minute burrow build. Third base has to lift here. That's kind of like, even if he doesn't die now, like, you don't get a third base at this point. Like, Terran is going to be out of the game.
Here's my question. Can Ultralisks burrow?
No.
No, they can't.
No.
Fuck.
They're too big. I remember it was a big deal when they let them burrow in StarCraft 2.
I was gonna say definitely burrow and Ultralisk for the BM.
Yeah. I don't know, like, but that's the thing. What was Blizzard like? No, it's too OP if Ultras can burrow. Like, that would break the game. Like, Lurkers, that's fine, but burrowed Ultras, no. We gotta stop that.
Yeah, and you can see Jean just totally, like, 3 of his bases feels like he doesn't even have many drones mining minerals. It's literally just getting as much gas as he possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, Ultras cost the same amount of gas and minerals, so you don't need nearly as many drones on minerals as you would normally. This one ultra freaking out, doesn't know what to do. There you go, decides to run into all this bio. This one SCV holding the gas can, trying to help out. Gets annihilated.
And just slowly, this game seems more and more out of reach for doLife.
Yeah.
Never able to take this third base. And it looks like the kill is coming in for Jean.
Dude, you can't kill Terran. You just have to convince them to leave the game.
Yeah.
Like, there we go. All right. doLife taps out, and Shun takes the first game of this group with slightly off meta strategy there, which I was saying I love to see. So there you go. Sick.
Dang, all these players, I didn't see the Group 42 lineup, but all these players are just sick.
Yeah, these are the cream of the crop for CPL. Oh, I started the game. Hold on. We put that
You absolute asshole. You're like,
let's go.
Am I right?
I wouldn't even need him.
You.
Okay, there you go. So it's going to be one more game from Shun here. Spoilers, Shun is the only one who uploaded replays in this group, so all these games are going to feature Shun. Alright, in the bottom right, we had the Magenta Zerg Nam Shun winning the previous game, and in the top left, in the appropriately ashy gray color, it's Ash Dentarg. Now, if we see fast dive into ultras in this matchup, that would be amazing. Like, it would definitely lose, but it would be sick.
He just goes for the exact same build. Builds 10 seconds total. And he's like, yeah, we're just going to get these ultras out here.
Those first two ultras come out and immediately gets just BTFO'd by 12 goons. Like, it's like not even close.
He has like 10 Archons because it's taken 20 minutes to get ultras. He's got like half the map. Fuck it, dude. We ball. We got ultras though.
Crazy Zerg, let's go.
Let's go.
So we have Dentarg. I think going for Forge again. Like, usually if the probe leaves the natural, it's going to be Forge expand. Not always. Like, whenever I say that, it's a big gateway. But it's like almost always Forge. We have the classic overpull build from Shun. The like absolute most like standard of all standard builds in this matchup. Alright, here we go. Is Dentarg gonna make me look smart or dumb? Is the Forge. Nice.
Away.
Oh, even going for the double scout. This is what I do when I Forge expand because I'm so like traumatized by 9-pull. Like, and like that way when I lose the first probe, I have a backup probe on the map. Like,
I feel like it's actually just fine.
Yeah.
Like you lose. I think Crane said you lose 7 seconds on a 7:30 timing or whatever, but it's just like, I don't care, dude. It's so tilting to lose to 4-pool and stuff like that.
Yeah. Dude, the best thing though is when you get to block the natural and then they send their they decide to take their third instead, and your other probe is there and you block that too. That is good. That makes it worth it.
The power play.
Yeah.
The power play.
Ooh, getting gas before the third hatchery here. So I mean, I think we're probably still going to see some 30 with this drone out on the map, but definitely faster than normal tech coming here, I would say. Actually,
usually you don't start the gas until like 2:30.
Yeah.
It's very possible that he goes for. I'm sure I'll get corrected as soon as as soon as I say, but it's possible we see like 2 hatch mute or something.
You're like trying to wait long enough to see if he's gonna build a hydrogen or something. Like
right, exactly.
Don't want to get caster cursed. So the drone is gonna get here actually. Oh god, it just dives into the cannon. Does not care at all. So that's not gonna be a third base. So actually, like, where is the third? No, there's a lair before the third base. And, you know, the worst thing is that Dentarg won't even know, right? Dentarg is just going to assume that there's a third base on the map. Like, that's what I would do. It's just
done with a tactical pause.
To look up another
have you micro-mute us against Protoss? It seems much harder than against Terrans. Oh, my gosh. I mean, if you're really on it, you can tell that this lair is early. But
yeah. I mean, maybe this is the difference between tier 1 and tier 0. I wouldn't really like. I would like probably figure out the gas was fast, but I wouldn't. I would just assume that there was a third somewhere. Like I would be like, okay, we're probably gonna see Spire, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, it's 2 base. Like what does this even mean?
I'm gonna give you the pro tip here. Anybody watching this that's a Protoss player, if the layer goes down significantly before your cyber core, it's 2 base.
All right, thanks for
the
that.
layer and the cyber core is supposed to go down around the same time. If it goes down way later, they're doing something with late gas, like probably Hydras. If it goes down same time, it's probably 3-hatch Spire, 5-hatch Hydra. Goes down way before, 2-hatch something.
This is why you're tier 0, dude. I get to a Zerg base and I'm like, all right, there's more than 6 drones. That's all I know.
Like, all I know.
I can tell if it's 6 pill or not. That's about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So we do have
and Dentarg, just the fact that he's able to keep his probe long enough to see the Spire is so huge.
Yeah, I feel like if you didn't know yet, you're going to be like, hey, that Spire's down and my Stargate's like barely started. Like, hold on a minute. This is scary.
Yeah, exactly. So he's definitely going to need a couple cannons at each base. There's a couple ways you can handle this. But...
Alright, if you're in this game, do you go full man mode and just throw down Stargate number 2? Like, do you just straight up check him?
I actually don't like that. I know some people do. I don't know how viable it is at like pro levels or whatever. Yeah. But for me, it's just like the initial scary part is just when they come out with 6 mutas insanely early.
Yeah. I feel like, if you can build up even with 1 Stargate, like, once you get like 5 or 6 Corsairs, like, the mutas are not nearly as scary. I'm kind of wondering, is this even going to be mutas? Like, there's only 1 gas? Like, no, okay, so it's 4 mutas. I bet this is going to be like the classic, like, 4 to 5 mutas. Try to psych the Protoss into building too much and then use them to snipe Templar later.
Yeah, like, it does look like 5 mutas are in production.
Yeah, this is not going to be like a ZVT style, like make 12, like a control group of mutas and micro your heart out kind of build.
Yeah, especially Dentarg being a little greedy though. Only 1 cannon in the main and no cannons in the natural mineral line. So if he did go for that style, he would have probably won the game outright. Unfortunately, no way to know. Like, you can't just assume that he's going to be insanely greedy, even though he saw.
I mean, it's not like you start with like a flying unit to scout what Protoss is doing or anything. There's no way to know. Zerg is just in the jar the entire game. All right, anyway, we do have these mutas coming in. The fact that we see no more mutas, I think this is the like trick Protoss into overreacting kind of thing. I mean, we're still getting some probes down, like, and we're forcing another cannon. Yeah, doing a good job here, but the Crusader damage just stacks up over time. Do have to get out of there. So is it overall worth it? Like, Zerg is like, it is a pretty big sacrifice, right? Get the gas that early and everything, so I don't know if it's worth it or not, but
I just like anytime I see even worker supply or even supply in general, I'm just like, but it is kind of scary. You do have to deal with this push that inevitably comes out when Protoss can fight off these Mutalisks. Hydralisks and I think he just kind of jumped the gun a little bit.
Yeah, this is very brave from Protoss here. Like, speed's not even done, and this is like exactly when all of the Hydras are spawning. Like, thankfully, speed will help him retreat at least. So,
IMHO, if you want to be aggressive, you should wait until the Templar archives are done. Get an Archon and then go push. Because then they're probably not going to have a bunch of Hydralisks, right? And
I don't know what kind of Zerg you're playing. They're not going to have a bunch of Hydralisks. Every Zerg has a bunch of Hydralisks. Anyway,
you hit before they're going to have the critical map. But.
Anyway, we have Shun here pressuring the front. There's only 1 cannon here, but not really enough from Zerg to dive on this. Just going to... Well, I said that, and then immediately he tries to do it. Does get the gateway and forces... And I don't think even forces the cancel on that cannon. It just kills it. And now this Forge is going to be in danger. There's a decent amount of Zealots, like, able to drive these Hydras away. Now. I think it's too much to commit to this, actually. Yeah, there we go. Backing out of here. Did the Corsairs die? Are they... Oh, no, they're back at home killing...
How many kills does he have?
Not too many. Like 3, it looks like. Some of those could be mutas from earlier. Wait, actually, did it mutas die? I don't even know. Dude, I can't even follow this game. I don't know what's going on.
This is too...
Yeah,
These guys multitask better than I can pass.
Exactly.
Jun mega supply blocked here. 51 out of 36. Those Overlords... Are those Corsairs doing a good job?
Yeah, and then one flew into cannons. Like, one of the Overlords flew into cannons, so that didn't help. Kind of like the worst possible time, but it's a good thing he's making 5 at once. And I like how a Dentarg realized that he killed so many Overlords and made a DT. Oh god, but the Templar gets sniped, but the Hydra's gonna dance back and forth in the storm, so it does a lot of damage before he, as its final act. But you really want to keep those Templar alive to keep building up value here. There are enough Overlords here to stop any kind of DT shenanigans from killing this whole army.
It looks like Jun is just kind of committing to this, though. He's only got 27 drones still. Not taking a 4th. It looks like he just wants to go for the kill shot. And then as soon as I say that,
drones. And
he's going to take a 4th and make a round of drones.
And hatcheries and Evo chamber. He's like immediately like, all right, I'm setting for the long game here. Oh, this DT does get seen. Isn't going to be able to get away here. The Hydras are fast enough, but the Overlord is not, I think.
DTs are smoke tanky for how sneaky they are.
Yeah, I like how as a Protoss player, I feel like they're so squishy, but they have 120 health, like more than a Hydra. They have like almost as much health as a tank. Like, but I'm like, God, these are so fragile. Dentarg trying to move out here, but really not enough. Like, you need to do like one big push to break out of a contain like this, especially when these lurkers start morphing. Like, you're not going to get anything done with these small armies. Pretty much at this point, like, just start getting goons. We do see the range upgrade coming, but like these 5 zealots are not going to add any more value to this army once there's lurkers.
Does he have... He's got 6 gates, 7th and 8th going down. He's getting that ranged Dragoon range. So the big thing is he's going to need a Robo, which I am not seeing, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Why does this happen to me? The Robo immediately goes down. Fuck you.
I mean, it's still super late. Like,
yeah, it's
the lurkers are morphing outside your base related to get that Robo. There's plenty of cannons here, so I don't think Protoss will die, but getting contained like this, as we've seen earlier, is going to be pretty brutal. I think Shun is
I just don't think he's going to be able to break out.
Yeah. Especially like with this like high ground area here. Like, this is an awful map to get lurking contained on.
Oh my god, look how many zealots there are.
Yeah, like there's no goons yet. Like, range is done and not a single goon. Like, this is it's not what you want when you got lurking contained, and now he's just trying to run by.
Run by the lurker contained. Let's go.
I mean, zealots are tanky, but what are you even going to do with these when they're out on the map? And now Zerg should know that there's literally nothing here. Oh, never mind. There's literally nothing. I mean, almost a whole control group of zealots. I forgot just how many zealots there were. So what are these zealots going to be able to get done on the map? Like, these Hydras just blocked by a drone trying to get back and defend. But I think, like, with this SimCity and all these units popping, I'm just not confident these zealots are going to get a lot done here. Why are these Hydras running?
They're just trying to block the ramp so these zealots can get away.
Fair enough. So Shun does clean that up, but Dentarg, I guess, does buy himself some more time. Meanwhile, we have a Storm at the contain, getting a lot of Hydras dead. There's still all of these lurkers. They're set up to prevent any more run-bys. We have one.
We have a Dragoon, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
We have a Dragoon. Let's go.
We have 5 observers in the production queue. Dentarg is like, I absolutely hate this. I'm just gonna hold down my observer key and hope for the best. Oh my god.
Jean just saying, you know what? I'm going to mine out of my 3 bases slower than you're going to mine out of your 2 bases.
Exactly.
Good luck, buddy. Not even a...
Oh god, the observer's so brave. The first observer's like misrallied or something. Oh my god, that's gonna feel terrible. Well, we gotta wait for the next 4 to come out of this robo. We have a Hydra on the map, checking for hidden bases. Very smart.
This observer, where is he? Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
He's got it. Is he gonna...
Is it worth it to storm one lurker like this? Like,
I was talking to Seraph about this a little bit ago, and he thinks it's pretty worth it.
I just feel like you're gonna need it for the Hydras. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I guess
6 pullback from John.
Yeah, I guess there's not that many Hydras with this kind of contained, but I don't know. It just feels bad no matter what. 5 goons doing a lot of damage here, but you definitely want to keep them alive. It's Protoss observer. Oh my god, it gets picked off. You have a replacement right away.
And a just sick amount of lurkers pops out from lurker
yeah.
eggs to reinforce this contain that was looking a little tiny bit scary.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit sketchy there, but with all this, although this is like Storm City over here, if these lurkers take out too much. Oh my gosh, Shun hates observers.
Is this Overlord?
Oh my god, are you serious? That's ridiculous.
I hate StarCraft. I'm finding a different game.
Yeah, this game sucks, guys. We're shutting down the CPLs. That should.
That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna play Call of Duty or something instead. Like, here we go. Protoss trying to make a big. The Protoss trying to make a big bust out here, but there's not that many goons left. More observers? No! Oh my god, so many observers have died here. It's pretty much down to storms now to kill all of these lurkers. Absolute brutality. Like, if that observer was still alive, Protoss would be out of here with a big scary army, but just as I've been talking, taking so much attritional damage to these lurkers, like, oh my god, so much damage here.
You know what happened is he ran out of the 5 queued observers.
Yeah.
Forgot to queue him back up.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So we have what remains of the Protoss army trying to threaten the 4th base, but so we're about to see waves of units come out of these larvae and clean this up. Although, maybe the storm is... Well, there's no drones here yet, so we can't actually storm anything in this base, but we can kill the Hydras. There's literally just sucks here. Like, it's gonna buy time for Zerg to bring something to defend this base. But
if Dentarg wins this, I'm gonna be.
I know. I can't be like, Protoss is literally about to die, and then he's winning a fight. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here we go.
Half to GG.
Half to GG. What does that mean?
I got called by the wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was totally gonna stay in this game, guys, but I gotta go. Yeah. It's probably 50-50, guys, but sorry, I gotta go.
It's probably even.
It's like, guys, it was a good game, though. I mean,
it was a good game. I want you to know, I didn't GG because I think I was gonna lose. I GG because
I gotta go. Sorry,
I had stuff to do.
Yeah.
I unfortunately scheduled a meeting 15 minutes after the start of my scheduled CPL match.
Exactly.
So gotta GG.
Oh my god. So this is gonna be the last game of the group and the last game of the night. And it's gonna be, here we go, in the bottom left in the green Protoss Meditations, aka Zen, one of the tier 0 players on our team. So you know who we're rooting for in this match, as if it wasn't clear every single matchup. And the top left, once again, it's the Magenta Zerg Shun. So are we going to see some kind of 2-hatch Muta thing again, or something more normal in this game?
I think 2-hatch Muta versus 2 Raxacat. That's my opinion.
Yeah, we've seen like we've seen like fast layer builds every game from Shun so far, so maybe we'll see something like that this time.
And yet again, Shun with the absolute map hacks.
Yeah, it's like you and Shun, like you just always get the first
exactly.
scout. Yeah.
I'll admit it straight up.
Yeah, it's like a perk when you make your account. Like you want to get like the first scout, or do you want to get like 6 scarabs, or like something normally RNG, but you just get better at it.
And it looks like
we're gonna see
Zen might be going for the gateway.
Nice.
Or Nexus first, possibly. He's not even sending out a probe right now, so I think he's going Nexus first.
Oh my god, unscouted Nexus first. The balls on this guy.
Gonna be fine though. It's overpool, so he should be okay as long as he does 11-11.
Well, isn't like in
he just
positions?
goes forged.
Oh, okay. All right, we're talking him up.
I'm just absolutely brain dead.
Mind
that
gaming
is my problem.
The casters here. But Shun is going to see this first with the Overlord. So is Shun going to keep continue to the main, or just like turn the Overlord around to not give away his position? Let's see.
I've got Meditation's vision on. Only Zen's vision does not see the Overlord. So it's chilling.
It turns around. Very nice. So Shun getting a good information advantage here. And we do see the yeah, sorry, I'll go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, yeah. We do see the fast gas again. So Shun knows how they like to play this game.
We like those mutas. And he's just going to sit his links on the top of the ramp, so there's no way that Zen can scout it, unfortunately. Getting a little bit punished for sending out that late scout.
Yeah, like last game, the Protoss like saw it from the beginning, but not quite going to happen here.
Yeah, let's see if he's able to figure it out. This is the thing that I struggle with, is it just feels like there's so many different locations that a Zerg could take their third base.
Yeah.
That I'm never sure. I'm never sure if it's like actually 2-hatch or if I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Like basically any location with a gas is a viable choice for their third base. Like
right? Honestly.
So not quite able to get up. Yeah, so not quite able to get up that ramp. Could maybe like Big Brain discern something from the timing of that hatchery, but I don't really know if that's the first thought that my mind would jump to here.
Yeah, if Zen, I think he might just straight up lose this game because he doesn't know that it's coming.
Right.
I mean, his Cybercore, the layer's about to finish at the same time as the Cybercore, like we were talking about last game. Never a good feeling when your Stargate's going down the same time as the Spire.
All right, this probe is trying to come back, and there's only one Ling on the ramp. It might be able to get in there.
I'm a little surprised he hasn't checked the third base location yet, just to see. He's checked the mineral only, of course, but I was referring to the gas at 12 o'clock. Looks like, as I say that, is headed there.
Caster Curse, and oh my god, I think Zen is skipping the Stargate, by the way. There's only a Citadel and
oh no,
+1 in production. Yeah, this is going to be rough.
You gotta think, like, I guess he just knows that he's got to know that it's 2-hatch. So I guess maybe he's just thinking like, okay, I'm going to hard counter the Hydras. And then he's got the mutas coming.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, just to add insult to injury, like, Shun put this third base here as soon as the probe left. So Zen doesn't even know.
Right, yeah.
Just continuing to screw with him. But let's see, like, there's not even a way to build cannons near the natural mineral line. And there's no cannons in the main mineral, in the main at all. So nothing to stop these mutas. And like Shun hasn't seen that in the main, but he does know that no Corsairs have killed this Overlord yet. So he knows that there's no Stargate, I guess. right? Like, so I wonder if Shun is going to lean into that and just try to straight up kill him with more mutas, or just keep to the 4 or 5 that he built last time.
Just 5 in the queue, so it does look like he's just going to
Yeah.
be sticking with that and then going back into Hydras like he was before.
Right.
Super interesting playstyle from Shun.
Yeah,
like,
but
just does not give away at all that he's going for mutas as opposed to Hydras, and that might be what mind game Zen is. He's like, oh, there's no second gas, so it's probably Hydras, right?
yeah, we do have these mutas starting to grip up outside the Protoss natural, and even though it's only 5, like, there's literally no anti-air except for these 2 cannons at the front.
Nothing
like,
that shoots up.
So this might just be enough. Probes are going down. Zealots are like, alright, we had to go buy time somewhere else, but I think Shun might just leave these mutas here and defend with Sungs or something, like, or just leave them in the natural, not do anything. Alright, here, oh, where are they going? Going to the main, not even starting any cannons yet. The probes are just going to transfer between both mineral lines forever. Zealots are headed to the natural of Zerg, and there's actually no defense here. Like, these songs are not done yet. Zealots wisely choosing not to fight the buildings at the front, but meanwhile, the mutas are still killing probes here.
This is kind of sick. There is 2 High Templars morphing into an Archon.
Oh, yeah.
And then getting a lot of damage done with these Zealots. So you got to wonder, is this actually just the play?
Yeah, you just
Are you serious?
Like,
Fucking what?
Yeah. Like, there's more mutas at home, but these Zealots have so much health.
Oh my god.
I do wish these Zealots weren't fighting a hatch at the front. Like, they were killing more drones, that'd probably be good, but still causing lots of havoc back at home. But overall, I guess it's probably good for Zerg because they're at the same worker count now, right? That's really good for Zerg.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish that he was able to take down that Hydra Den. That would have been so nice for Protoss, but
oh my god, he pulled off that hatchery when it had 200 health though. Like, I think it was a mistake to focus on it, but you might as well kill it if you're gonna do it. Alright, so what is Zen going to do to get back into this game? We have an Archon sitting in the mineral line. We have a second Archon, but are we moving out? I thought we were going to move out with an Archon and 2 Zealots. Oh my god,
getting more probe kills.
For the 1 second that the probes leave, the Archon leaves, is when the mutas show up. Oh god, oh, they get 2 attacks off. So much damage, but I think Zerg can afford it at this point, honestly. Oh, they're on to pop!
Oh, it's so trapped! Oh no. He still has 4 though, so he's still able to do some pretty good damage on these probes as long as he avoids these Archons. This one Archon has 4 muta kills from 1 shot though, which is disgusting.
But look at the worker count and look at the production tab. Like, Zerg is about to like completely lap the Protoss in economy here.
He's way ahead. I guess YOLOing Zealots was not the play. It looked pretty okay for Zen for a while there.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was definitely the right move, but like, you're still way behind.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was better than not YOLOing the Zealots, because then they would just die. Like, we have another attempt to do some damage here, this time at the 3rd, and there's actually no units here for now.
Not really any units at all for Jun, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
like, he's got a couple Zerglings, couple Hydras. But
yeah, he did drone really hard. That might be the opportunity for Zen to do some damage. Oh my god, all the drones stacking up. Taking some damage from these Archons.
My god.
Oh my god. There we go. Getting some damage done for Protoss. This one Archon has 9 kills. Like, half of those are mutas. So much value. I think this 3rd base is going to go down. And like you said, there's like no units. Oh my god. Shun killing his own Evo chamber.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Amazing.
The main of meditations is Sack. I don't know why I keep calling that. I know his name is Zen. But, like, there's 2 mutas just absolutely wrecking the main of Zen.
The Archon police are here. Absolutely deleted that one muta.
This is so annoying. Like, He
Like,
doesn't even have enough mutas to one-shot probes, but it just doesn't matter
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's nothing here.
I mean, I think getting goons to stop mutas is usually not too good, but like when it's one muta, just get one goon. Like it
Yeah,
can actually
right?
chase down the muta because it has range. Also, there's like 8 probes on this gas. There you go. That is fixed. So the third base is done. This very small group of units from Protoss still trying to threaten Zerg, but I think all of these Hydras in this choke is going to be too good for these Archons. But that actually, I think, put Protoss back in the game. Like 2 base versus 2 base is totally fine for a Protoss. The probe count is much lower than you want it to be, but we're getting that tech. These Archons are going to make any more mutas obsolete. Like and we are getting stormed. Now we do have lurkers, and like I don't think Zen is going to be thinking about Robo like so broke right now. Oh well, all these Archons will lift out front, and I think the Hydras are going to kill him. So everything I've said is not true.
Everything I've said is not true.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like 3 Archons might have been a little bit overkill.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm worse than both of these players, but it feels like maybe 1 Archon to fight off the Mutalisks, and then you kind of need the Storms for later.
Right. Well, again, I mean, like Protoss is like it's a terrible position. I don't know if there is like a right for this.
True.
Trying to dive on these 2 cannons. Storm is not quite done. There's not even enough mana for it anyway. There is on some of this tempo at least, but
the absolute heroism from Zen right now.
Yeah. 1
Even
Archon and probes.
1 Archon, probes, and a dream, baby.
Oh my god, big
Storm. Can he do it?
Oh my god, another Storm. Oh god, but there's way more Hydras out here. I don't think these probes can take care of that.
The fact that he's not going to be able to pull this off is so sad.
Oh, the Hydra just perfectly dodged those storms. And Zen
GG,
taps
well
out.
played.
And Shun cleans out his group.
Such entertaining games.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was a good one to end the game. To end the night.
That was a good one to end on.
All right. That is going to be the end of our cast. But if you like CPL casts, there are matches of the week every Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow, I think Neblime and Crazy are doing like a TVT special. So tune in for that, or don't if you value your sanity, I guess. And then there's always casters on other days. This Saturday, we're doing the King of the Tier tournament. So there's going to be a ton of games going on and casts. Yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to try to find somebody to raid. I'm actually not sure if I can raid when I'm broadcasting on someone else's channel. So I guess we'll find out. Let's try. Oh, I can't. Sick. Alright.
Sick. See y'all later.
Goodbye, everybody.